Alrighty, so today we're back playing some more Tropico 6, and we're on to episode number 3 in our perfect capitalist playthrough. Things are looking really good. I'm really liking this, and I'm fully committed to the idea of expanding to the entirety of the island, the archipelago, I guess. Yes. What does this mean? This means a lot of things. I think first and foremost is that we should aim for mineral deposits above all else. And this also means another thing, which is whenever I just started playing this game, I would never really build docks. I felt like they were just, not worth the money that you invest into them. You're paying a bunch of people. A lot of the times, like 100 goods will get shoveled out here. But we're going to try something a bit different, which is to build a lot of docks. We're going to build docks everywhere. So every single archipelago, island in our archipelago, I do want to construct a dock. So that's one thing. And then mines. So we're going to be building everything around the mining bits of everything, if that makes sense. Where mine deposits are, mineral deposits, that's where we want to really start setting up stuff. Okay. And then for the early game, there's not a whole lot that we need to really be worried about, right? I'm curious, did this actually end up creating a fish spawn? Oh, it did! Look at that! Plus 25 per month. Why are we gaining fish? I'm not sure. That's pretty cool though. Yeah, who would want to do that? Cool. Everything's looking good. We set up like a nice little downtown area over here. We have 2 mines there for gold, a mine here for gold, a mine here for gold. Things are looking pretty good. So on top of all of this, I think it'll be a good idea. Probably not a good idea to mow down literally all of the trees. We can set up logging camps out here. Let's do that. At least one there. Do another one out here. Back it up into the trees just a little bit. Cool. And then there was something else I was just thinking about. Ah, yes. Coconut harvester. There's coconuts over here. So let's go ahead and set one of these up. Cool. That looks good. We can also set up a plantation. Let's see if we can set up more sugar. Not really. But I think if we water the fields, then we can set up sugar plantations anywhere that we really want, right? So if we look here, plantation, sugar, there's areas where like around here, you can't really set it up. But I believe we'll do some testing right now. If we set up fresh water wells and change them to the other work mode, there's 3 work modes, and if we set them to... Let us find one. If we set it to watering the fields, increase crop fertility in area of effect, right? So I believe that means that we can technically grow crops anywhere that we want. So we're gonna check that out. So sugar, corn, banana, sugar. So we have 4 sugars down, corn and bananas, right? So let's set up something else. Let's do a bit of something else. Literally anything. And I'm kind of thinking, what if we demolish all of this up and do some plantations around here? Could be a good spot, but then again, there's going to be pollution right here from those 2 mines. Either grocery, this and that. What if we do this spot here? We'll do 1 plantation for now. Corn, banana. We did bananas, right? Corn, banana. We did corn and bananas, so let's set up pineapple. Okay, so as we can see, we're getting 82% here. That's pretty decent, not bad. Which way is the front of this building? I think right here. Not that it's super important, but later on it will be. Plantation. Pineapple. Let's do a pineapple plantation here. If we turn this sideways, I don't like that at all. We'll just do 1 pineapple plantation here. Not a whole lot of room over in this area, plus there's mines that we gotta worry about. So I think we are doing pretty good. Let's set up a new logging camp around here as well. Oh yeah, we can reconstruct all of these roads. I'm thinking we drag down like this. Do a new logging camp right around here. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, pretty close. So 5, 6, 7. We'll just leave that for, you know, future planning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, close, but no cigar. That's fine. Can do that. Not this or that. This nor that. We don't want to go any more in this direction, start chopping down trees over there. But we can come in this direction. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, there was just no way that was ever gonna work. Uneven terrain. We can get up to here though. Pretty close, but not enough quite. Let's leave trees there because this is a logging camp. Cool. So we can chop down the trees in this area. We're gonna want to set up a bunch of new housing as well. How's the population doing? Vacant jobs, vacant homes. Because we're setting this all up, let's go ahead and do yet another rescue mini raid. Cool, things are looking pretty alright. And you know what? I think it's time that we make another construction office. This right here is prime real estate for it, I would say. All this and that, cool. And so now what we really need to do is start setting up a bunch of neighborhoods all over the place. So let's go ahead and start considering where we want these to go. I'm thinking, well, first off, of course, we want to do freshwater wells. Let's start here. And then we're going to want one here and then one on the opposite side. So quick build all of these. Here we're going to want this maxed out, get more hands. Let's keep the Teamsters offices on this budget here, because if we go up any higher, that's 114 per building. Let's keep it at 89. Yeah, that isn't too bad. And then these ones specifically, watering the fields. Quick build you. Watering the fields. Let's see how quickly. Yeah, look at that, instantly. Like all of the crop types are turning green here, so that's pretty cool. Have a dungeon, arrest revolutionary Tropicans. Do we have any criminals in particular who are revolutionaries? Criminal revolutionary moderate, and that's her. We'll arrest you then. Cool. Not that big of a deal. Max out the budget here. So that's going to start going up. But we're also going to want to set up a new manure spreader. If we demolish this road, then we should be able to set up a cattle ranch here as well. We can move it over by, well, no, let's keep it right here. Quick build. Max out the budget. Manure fertilizer, and let's see about moving it over one space. That should be alright. And then we can put a manure spreader right in between these two. Oh. And then here we can change this to pasture prohibition. Things are looking pretty good for that. Cool. And then we can quick build this, might as well. Max out the budget. Here's a clamp, stack it higher. And then we can do concentrated spray. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. That's all looking pretty good. Everything here's looking good. Max out the budgets here. Profit protocol on all of those. Mines and logging cams. Gold. Now we need is the housing. Bunches and bunches of housing. I'm thinking we'll start right here. See where this reaches to. It reaches all the way over here, so let's do another entire neighborhood right here. Then we can do a bit of this and a bit of that. Cool. So something pretty important is the fact that all of the roads are leading here, which isn't ideal, right? We don't want too many roads leading to one spot. So let's actually relocate this to here. I do want to relocate this. Let's try and do... It'd be really nice if we could relocate it there. But then again, we could just do this. just so we have more than one road, right? And we can even throw in a little cheeky road there to sort of cover up that bald spot. Trade route completed. Which one was it? Banana shellfish. So we finally finished off our rum deal, which is, you know, it's alright. And in about a year we can send the goods off for, what's it called? The pearls. Start making a bunch of money off of that as well. Finished up a grocery, maxed out the budgets. Gold, Papa Protocol. Max out budgets here, leave it on traditional sermon. Let's make sure they all are on that work mode. Monoculture, concentrated scrape cattle. Watering the fields, all looking good. Let's do this one. Let's do that with these. I think that looks pretty good. Looking good, looking right. So we should start, you know, getting a lot of jobs very, very quickly. This means that we should probably start putting all the housing on a higher priority. And start trying to get a lot of people moved in very, very quickly. Let's have this dock over here. Yeah, we're getting a lot of people to move in. Look at that. 19, 16, 18. Because our support is just so high, right? Like, our overall happiness is way above the Caribbean happiness. It looks like it's gonna stall out at 45 for the rest of this, era, which is really, really good for us. We should try and do a bit more water wells. I do like the idea of putting one here. Want a healthy drinking water. Same thing with that one. Freshwater well. And so let's do another neighborhood right here. And all of the parks to boot. So there's that, and then we're also going to want to do some newspaper setting up. We're going to want roughly 2 for each of these areas. We could do... Nah, I don't want to use that spot up. Let's put one here. Yeah, that covers everything, so let's put one here, and then I suppose we can do the other one here. Cool. That'll look good. Want to max out the budgets, put them all on Penny Saver, and that'll be totally fine. Max out the budgets here. Triple check, make sure all these are on the maxed out budgets. Same thing there. But everything's looking really, really good. We're really starting to expand into this island. Rather quite quickly. $81, and we still need a lot of housing set up. Let's put these on a higher priority. Cool, 14,000. We'll leave that one. Well, a lot of this housing's getting finished. Let's drag them down to the lowest budget. Printing money out here. 5,000, 18 people moving in. We're getting a lot of people to move in very, very, very quickly. It's kind of crazy.
I must say I'm glad to
Extend our mandate again. We should set up some poor housing just because it's, you know, always going to be useful. We could set it up literally right here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get rid of you. And then directly opposing this, let's do that. And again, higher priorities. Check residential occupancy. All these houses got built in immediately, which means that we should do a bit more housing if we can help it. Righty. So, Considering the fact that we can reach all the way over here, this entire little area we can use for some housing. So let's go ahead and consider what would look best for that. I'm kind of thinking something like this. Something like that. Can't really put a 1x1 there, but we could do a 3x3 square. I think this would look pretty good here. Yes. That'll look real good. And then we can put in just, you know, one random park here. I guess that'll do. Again, high priorities. And we're also going to want yet another water well right around here. And this means that we can use this area again for even more housing. And of course we're going to want all of this on the highest priority. Get all the housing done first. And again, going to want a bunch of parks laid on out. I guess that's fine. Cool. So already we're getting this entire island to really come into its own, which is really, really nice for us. We don't want people to be living in shacks near logging camps because I believe they're going to chop down the trees, which is really, really unfortunate for us. Make sure these budgets are maxed out. We can even quick build all of this bunk housing. I don't think that's a bad move at all. Drag down the budget to the lowest, and already people completely filled those in, which isn't great. A rescue raid's been finished, so a lot of the vacant jobs are starting to get filled in. I kind of want to do another thing of like these pearl diving buildings out here. I think we'll do it again. An artificial reef. Let's do it. First off, is there more fish to be fished? There is, right here. Then again, this is where we're gonna want, we're gonna want the bridge here. So let's set this up. You know what we can do is demolish that, this, that. And then set the fisherman's wharf up so that it's right next to this. Ooh, that's gonna be cool. Then again, we could do it here. And I do want another dock over here somewhere, so let's consider. It won't let us put it anywhere there. That is a real huge bummer, man. Really? You know, it's probably because this little island's in the way. Yeah, you can see the red mark on it. Which means that we could probably settle for... Ooh, I mean, that ain't bad. But I like this. Nope. We could just do it here as well. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So let's go ahead and set up, then, a fisherman's wharf, and I want it right here. Let's demolish this road. Let's do something like that, I suppose, for now. Cool, and then I want to set up another new artificial coral reef. Could do it. Ooh, looky here. I like this spot. What is the pollution in areas? I don't think it's too bad out here. Yeah, not totally fine. Let's go ahead and quick build that. Pearl divers. Spawning ground increase. Fish replenishment rate of the fishing ground by 100%. What can we build on this? Unique building that must be placed in water depending on the work mode, grants personal experience to immigrants, increases boat speed, or helps in military defense. Let's... Well, why have I not made this yet? Let's construct it out here. That's a cool spot for it. Let's max out the budget. 20 efficiency. Boat signals increase the speed of boats, freighters, tourist ships, and cargo ships by 10% at base efficiency. Confusing lights. Arriving enemy landing ships have a 50% chance to immediately turn back and going home. Of immediately turning back and going home. Troops that do not turn around have their health reduced by 25% at base efficiency. Sheesh. Immigrants arriving at docks gain a personal experience bonus of 5 at base efficiency. Boat signals, that's fine. Secret pirate signals increase efficiency of pirate coves by 10%. Cool. Looking good, looking right. Open raid screen. Let's do yet another rescue mini raid. Residential occupancy. All this housing is getting filled in. I should build more housing in every area until there's like a bit of spare housing around. High school's still going there. So let's go ahead and relocate you to literally just right there. And then what we can do is build a new country house here. And then another one here. And then throw in a park. There. Cool. Let's do an entire neighborhood here. Public services, fresh water. Quick build that. Do some more housing here. Decor. Decor it on up. Cool, there we go with that. High school's still going there. I kind of want to park up this entire area a bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. We have a 2x4 here. Completely ready for use. We could do this. I don't think that looks too bad. Consider this as well. We could do that. Along here, not a whole lot that we have access to, but you know, can make something out of it. Looks alright. Can do that.
It's nice to have choices.
Build a
isn't
new coconut harvester. Did we finish this one over here? Oh, we did. Max out budget. Coconut cutter. Allow local consumption. Turn off allow local consumption there. Ooh, increase efficiency of nearby pineapple plantations. Could be decent. The crown we can send. Let's see what our new deal is. 285. 64,000 extra dollars off a couple thousand pearls, which is really good. We have pearls in. We have a bit. It'll take a bit of time. Let's set this up for, well, we should wait. Because if we're going to select rum again, you know what I want to do? Is do a whole 10,000. We're going to have to wait, you know, a while for it, but I do want to do it. So we've been steadily draining our economy for a while now. And the hope is that we're not digging ourselves into a hole that we can't climb back out of. We just need to make sure our goods are getting steadily funneled out. It looks like we're okay. Push all these down, push all those down. The lumber mill. It's doing alright. And then this. Residential boat. On ground. Let's go and look for pearl divers then. Sends out divers to pick pearls from unsuspecting clams. Pearls can be exported or processed further, must be placed on water. Efficiency is greatly increased when built on an artificial coral reef. Yeah, let's do another 3. Cool. I do really like the idea of this, which is to, like, we're spreading out very, very, like, wide, you know? We're taking over pretty much the entire map, and it's just gonna look good, is what I'm, like, hoping, you know? Residential occupancy, all this housing's full. It's gonna look good, and also I think it'll be cool because, you know, we're gonna spread out everywhere, and it's not gonna be too dense. That's what's really, really nice about it, right? Like, we're already, like, I would say almost to a third of the way to, like, inhabiting the entire archipelago, and Our population's only 10% of the way to like maxed out population, which is good. But yeah, things are looking really, really good. I'm really, really liking all of this. I do want to expand out here. Ooh, we can do more plantations now that I think about it. Yeah, let's do some more plantations. I guess we can kind of... What if we double down on all the foods? So that way we don't really have to like think about them anymore. I think that would be a pretty good move. Yeah. We double down on literally all the different food types. We'll just be definitely producing way more than enough. So let's go ahead and start on that. We can do corn here. And then banana like here. And then we can do another one like around here somewhere. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so corn, banana, pineapple, can a ranch fit around here? Let's get manure fertilizer, and then let's pretend like we're gonna relocate it. Ah, it doesn't show the thing. So it's like 4 spaces, 4 spaces wide. So, let's quick build you. Let's max out the budget. Put it on manure fertilizer. Quick build both of you. It is influencing them. That's what we want to say. Holy cow, look at the population just exploded. Oh man, dude. That's not obnoxious, but kind of obnoxious because, you know, a lot of shacks clear out of the way. But, on a plus note, we are giving this bonus to a lot of stuff here. So what if we relocate this one like way out of the way? But here, no. Let's relocate it to over here. Demolish that road. Okay, and then what about more plantations? So we just did corn and bananas. Now we need a pineapple, which we can definitely do one here. And then let's do another sugar just to like round things off, you know? Will it fit here? It'll fit here. We'll lose 2 squares, but I think that's worth it in the end. Cool. So now we gotta do is road to all of this. Not in that direction. What is in our way? Uneven terrain. You're joking. Oh, no. Can go this way if we're smart about it. So let's go ahead and throw in just like a bunch of bunk housing all over the place. We can do one here, one here, do one here, and then we can do a little water well right in between them. And then some parks, I'm thinking 2x3, the one that gives the green grass, which is this one, that one. We build all of this, don't need to, but I'm gonna do it right now. Decrease the budgets on all of those. Now we need to find a way to water all of this stuff. So what if we do that with this watering the fields there, and then we're gonna need like 2 out here in total. Like 1 right in the middle would be pretty insane. That's weird. Either way, we're gonna want one here. Another one perhaps here. 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 Okay, let's see how well that covers everything. We pull up another one. We're missing some in the middle there, but that's okay. And these ones specifically, we're gonna need to do watering the fields on all of those. Watering the fields. This one's on watering the fields as well. And that's for good reason. And did I get another one somewhere? I should have. Watering the fields, and we're probably gonna need what we could use. One more tractor all the way up over here, and then maybe one more here. Watering the fields. Watering the fields. These are all going to be at 100. The only thing is that we need to make sure that we're... Well, let's quick build all of these. These are one of each type, so I think if we max out the budgets, we can switch them all to monoculture, or multiculture. And we should be okay with that. Banana, sugar, corn, banana, pineapple. These should be okay. We're also going to need to move you to here. And hopefully that's still fine. So we can put a road there. Cool. Where did you reach? Hopefully that doesn't... Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to kind of mess with this spot here. I mean, we could put one here, literally right here. Yeah, it's worth it in the end. Watering the fields. That means that this one's completely obsolete. Because this one is reaching all the way out there. Yeah, I think this one's completely obsolete, so let's demolish that. Okay. So yes, this entire area is looking pretty good, but we're going to need to spread manure on all of it. Change this to pasture prohibition. I think every single ranch should be on this work mode anyways. Could spread a road down to here, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we can do some more ranching. Quick build you. Pasture prohibition. Another trade route complete. That's okay. We need more trade routes. We should set up trade routes for like everything. Shellfish, pearls. Anything that we can sell for more money. Let's take the rum at plus 3,500. Let's take planks at 16. I know. Let's do gold. Gold at plus 20% is good. That's all looking pretty decent. Let's set up some new residential buildings. We can do one here, one here, one here. Do the exact same thing on this side. With a quick little park thrown in. But then again, we're also going to need, of course, some fresh water wells for everyone. We do this here. And then what's this one on? Healthy drinking water. Okay, that's perfect. So everyone should still be getting the health bonuses, which is really cool because there's like no easy way to get it in the first era. Right, so this gives a very easy way to do that. High priority, all these should be getting built up rather quite quickly anyways, so we'll leave it. Cool, and just like that we filled in like most of this area out here. We could probably put down a couple more ranches just to really keep things, you know, maxed out. So let's go ahead and do that then. And we're also going to need more Teamsters offices. And I kind of want to build them sort of like around here, but we're running out of space, like completely out of space. But that's a good thing, if you ask me. Means that we could probably do some additional Teamsters offices kind of mixed in around up here. At least a couple for now. Bring up the budget by 1. We might even max out the budget, which for the longest time I would say isn't worth it. But it might be. Let's test it for a bit. If we start losing too much money, then I'll say it again that it's not worth it. But if we don't lose too much money, then we'll be doing okay. I want to do 2 houses here, but we're not going to be able to. I mean, one house isn't going to be able to get water, and that's okay. We can do this here, and then that there. You can do a little neighborhood out here. do something kind of cool looking like that's with, again, I want to do a park here in the middle, but we're gonna need what's it called, water well for people to, you know, get fresh water from. So let's do it right in the center. Public services, fresh water well, quick build. Cool, things are looking really, really good now. And let's actually increase the budget on all of our rum distilleries because I reckon that we're producing enough sugar. Is the hope here. Wow, all of our jobs are getting filled in. That's a really good sign. Let's do like a nice little neighborhood out here. Are you fresh water? Healthy drinking water? It is. We're probably gonna need another one. Let's do one there. Quick build it. Healthy drinking water, leave it on that. So this entire area is ready for, you know, a little neighborhood out here. Let's do that, but I also kind of want to do some other stuff for them. So let's first start off with a chapel. And then let's also do a grocery for them. Ooh, that's a cool spot for one. Could even do that. Quick build all this so I can get a sense of what we're looking at. Max out the budget, max out the budget. We're gonna need some poor housing around here. And I want to do another snake oil salesman, which we could almost fit one here. Are you fresh drinking water? You are. Let's relocate you 2 spaces this way. Which means that we can put this snake oil salesman in right there. And then we can do a bunkhouse somewhere that makes sense. Probably right here. And this is fresh water. Yeah, we can do like 2 here. 2 random colors I think kind of fits the vibe here. Polish this all on up. And I want to do a new country house. I'm thinking here. I don't really like the way that looks. And I think it'll look worse once we actually get normal houses in. So we're going to skip over that area. This fresh water reaches all the way out here, pretty much to, yeah, all of this. Also do something like this, and we can make this all for housing. I think that's a good idea. So fresh water reaches pretty much nowhere, but we can also put, you know, maybe a bunkhouse here. Or 2. Just 1. And then let's do just some normal housing out here, I think. We can do 2, bam, bam. Skipping over 1. Skipping over 2. And then something like that. I like keeping things symmetrical. That is something that I always strive to do. Fresh water. Right here in the center. Watering the fields all out there. And then all we need to do is park up all of this. So let's do that. That. And then we can do that. I think that looks pretty good. Cool. Pretty decent little neighborhood. We could probably just get away with parking up all of this stuff out here. Alrighty, so I took a bit of a break, come back, and before getting back into recording, I decided to kind of like give things a look over, do a little bit more thinking, and I'm really liking this method of, you know, building out the island before pushing on to the next eras, because like, you can just imagine, like, this is kind of how a real city would expand, and then like a big building eventually would pop up, you know, and like, it would slowly grow vertically. At least that's kind of how I'm imagining it. I think that's going to be really cool to see. But either way, what I am also thinking about is looking at the raids. I never really build any of the like wonders or whatever these are called. Pretty sure they're called wonders, right? Yeah, world wonders. So I never build world wonders because they're just really overpowered. But I realized something kind of recently that they actually, like, yeah, they're pretty overpowered, but at the same time um, they have their drawbacks, you know? And so that kind of really changed my entire opinion about it. And this episode, this series so far, I think that I want to try and like flip a lot of like the script, you know, change a lot of the stuff that I would usually try and keep like one certain way, which is, it feels pretty cool so far. Another thing is, what if we try, yeah, Teamster's offices on the maxed out budget, and I actually want to go through and like, let's just max out anything that we can max out. Let's max out literally everything that is possible to max out. Just to try and get a bit more rich. Yeah, look at that, we're up to 72. I just checked it. I think we're at 55 before we just clicked those. So 72, that's pretty good. Not that we're gonna really change too much about it. It would be nice to start doing some, like, what's it called? Mansions, but, you know, like, it's just gonna make the city spread out even further, and I don't really feel like setting all that up, but this is gonna give us access to opera houses, which I was kind of sitting here thinking, like, what can we do for more entertainment? And I think this will be a good use of that. But also world wonders. So I was thinking, which world wonder do we want to set up? Considering the fact that we're still in the first era, I've never done this in the first era, go and get an entire world wonder setup. So we have Stonehenge. I was thinking, what if the renaturation rate, right? So in which pollution is reduced over time, right? So if we come and look at pollution, and let's say there was a shack here, the shack slowly over time will do this. It'll make it yellow. It'll create pollution, a little shack. It is possible that there is one out here doing it now. I kind of doubt it. The pollution's just growing everywhere. Here's a pretty decent example of it, which is these houses here. As you can see, they're creating pollution. It's just residential buildings, and they're doing this. So what I was kind of wondering is, what if Stonehenge actually increase? So if we were to destroy these buildings, right, the pollution over time would go away. And so my question is, these are creating pollution. Pollution's going up. But at the same time, I think pollution's trying to go down because of the renaturation rate. And so what if, by getting the Stonehenge, it actually kind of outpaces some of the buildings? That would be pretty cool. Like, all of this stuff out here, you know, living in polluted areas decreases the life expectancy of our population. So there's like a lot to think about, you know? But maybe that's not the case. We'd have to do like a test on it, you know, build some buildings and then run it for like a decade and then do the exact same setup, but this time build Stonehenge and see the difference. That'd be a pretty good test. I could check it out another time. Brandenburg Gate. This is probably going to be the one I go with. The Hagia Sophia prevents citizens from dying of bad healthcare is insane, right? Like, if we go and check our population decline, 3 deaths, bad healthcare. The only reason that anyone's died is from bad healthcare. No one's even, like, lived here long enough to die of old age, right? No natural causes yet. Everyone's just died of bad healthcare. So you can imagine just how useful that'll be over the decades, you know? Registan of Samarkand. This is also really, really good potentially. This would mean that we wouldn't need to build a single high school ever. Everyone would just automatically get high school educations. This one, really, 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 really good. The Great Wall of China, we're not being attacked. Don't plan on getting attacked ever. So, not really that big of a deal. Could be a pretty good building though. So it's stuck between the Brandenburg Gate and the Registan of Samarkand, and I'm probably going with the Brandenburg Gate. And so, real quick rundown, if we go and look at politics, we can see, like, the way that I imagine it is, there's a square here in the indifferent section, right? And this means that for any person, if they're in the middle, then they don't believe, like, you know, they don't believe in the royalist faction, they don't believe in the revolutionary faction. And then one square this way is moderate royalist here. And then another square this way is strong royalist. And then all the way as far away from the revolutionaries as possible is the die-hard royalist, right? And so then there's 3 squares this way, and then there's 3 squares this way. So you can be in any of these, like, groupings, right? for the political beliefs. And so people that are all the way at the edges, they actually can no longer go back the other way. Diehard revolutionaries are all the way over here. Diehard royalists are all the way over here. And they will be that forever. The only way to get rid of it is through an asylum. So they're going to be all the way at these edges forever. This means that media buildings trying to like use propaganda on them aren't ever going to work because it's never going to go back, you know? So there's that. And then every time that it does work on them, they take one step this way towards, like, you know, the opposite faction or whichever way you want them. Like, you know, someone here, moderate royalist, if we were influencing them towards the royalist, then they would take one step towards becoming a diehard royalist, right? So there's that. And then, you know, you could go towards the revolutionary faction. But the major thing is the edges can no longer move. So the Brandenburg Gate makes it to where no one can be a part of the edges, right? And so what that means is that every single person, 100% of the population, is like, you know, it's possible to influence them. 100% of the population. Whereas before, if we don't have the Brandenburg Gate and people are diehard believers in their faction, then there's just going to be a handful of people out there that will never be able to influence with media buildings. So that's why I kind of think that it'd be a good idea to go with the Brandenburg Gate. Just because once we go with it, then we're going to be able to influence everyone towards capitalism and stuff, you know? And I think that'll be a pretty good move. And I'm kind of thinking, what if we go... I want to make it kind of in a cool spot. Could make it up here, but... do I want to make it up here is the question. $16 an hour wage, 18, 12. Not a whole lot of rich people out here. This house is being left out. These houses over here are being left out from that newspaper, so we need another newspaper over here. But either way, we need to start doing a bit more dialing in. Let's actually just get them going to get the Brandenburg Gate. We'll determine what we want to do, where we want to build this cool park later on. So there's that. And I want to set up our first opera house. People here are getting paid 22. A couple rich people, which means that we could try and move people out of the way. But this is an issue because residential occupancy is already maxed out, you know? And the opera house is a pretty big, cumbersome building. Require, like, all of this. We could get rid of our library. But at the same time, I do want it. Let's max that out. We're at 72 rich people, up to 82. Jeez, man. This spot is a whole entire neighborhood. What if we demolish these parks here? Relocate this one. This one. Which means we need to move 3 houses in total. Move or destroy. I could move them all the way out here. Let's start moving a bunch of these houses out in this direction. I think that looks fine. And so now we have the space for a new opera house. Cool. Thinking, what if we do it here? And then here, we can change this house to look that way. And then here we can do a little park like that. Put this on a high priority. Doesn't really matter too much, but might as well. 12,000 ducats coming in. Not too much, not too little, I would say. But we're now paying a whole lot of people a whole lot more money, so hopefully things are still okay for us. More boats, adds 2 new job positions. How are we doing in terms of all of this? Doing pretty alright. Okay, so the housing around here is cool. So that island's doing pretty good. Housing up here is looking alright. We could probably use a few more around there. And then we probably need some more around here as well. 22,000 just left. What about you? Are we ready for this? No. 3 years, 4 years. However many years that's gonna be. Alright. So what I want to do is like completely fill this island in 100% before moving on to like, you know, later on stuff. So the question is, what do we do with all of our leftover space? And I'm kind of thinking, what if we just do more plantations? I reckon we could fit. Plantation around here. Right here. Let's do a new plantation. Let's see. So we've doubled down on corn, banana, pineapple. So we're good on that. I think we focus on sugar again. We just keep on doing that kind of forever. Can we do this? Ooh, we can. Look at that. That looks pretty good. This leaves a bit of room here for, I suppose, some more neighborhoods. Turn to uneven. Even from there. I think that looks fine. We can just throw in some parks in between. That looks good to me. What are we thinking here? Perhaps we can do some ranches. Some ranches would probably be a good idea. Max out the budget here. Shindy barking, hasty debarking. Still only 82 rich. That's okay. I wonder if any of these rich families... Yeah, some rich families are living in a bunkhouse. That's pretty funny. Perhaps not funny, but it is what it is. Offer house is finished. Let's max out the budget here. Requires a high school education. We could just hire in a bunch of people for it. Let's just hire in a bunch of workers for it. I mean, why not? What's the service quality? 105. Wow. That's really good. I didn't know I would get that high up in first era. Interesting. Interesting. Considering the fact that a bunch of these people here are rich, I kind of think it'd be a good idea to... What if we replace all of the buildings around this with mansions just in this area? I think that'd be a good idea. Let's demolish all of this on up. Oh. Let's move that out to here. And let's do some mansions. I like the way that one looks. I think a red one going there would look nice. Now then, how do we want to structure this all? Yeah, there's a lot of rich people around here. I feel like we should sort of lean into it. Another high school, a bunch of well-off people. Well off. Yeah, these guys are definitely going to be rich. What else can we do to perhaps make more rich people? I don't think that there's too much. I don't think any of this will make people rich. Maybe tannery. Definitely not a lumber mill. I think the wage there was 18. Max budget. Tannery? I don't think it'd be a good idea to have a tannery right mixed in between all these buildings though. Let's demolish like all of the housing around all of this. So wages here. 11. no way we're out of rum. We sold all the rum? That's wild, man. Are people living in these? Yep, they are. And we can decrease the budget on this, and these will generate good money per month. That's crazy. As long as they're full.
Your buccaneers hanker to weigh anchor, O most fearless of leaders.
We need to wait. Something I just realized that we need to do, like ASAP, is actually set down a new coconut harvester. Literally anywhere we can make one. We already have one there. What if we make another one here? And then we do a Teamsters port here. Connect a road on up. Is it even going to be possible? That's fine. Quick build both of these. Max out the budget. Deckhands. Let's do that. Max out budget there. Turn off allow local consumption. Coconut harvester. What if we do allow local consumption? That seems
Well,
fun.
you did the right thing.
Extend our mandate. Cool. We need to make a new tavern as well. Look into doing that very quickly. Tavern. We're looking for an area of good beauty. Right around here would be a good spot. Oh, the plantation's there. And we don't need to worry too much about where it is. Right here seems good enough. Oh, they're full on pearls. More revolutionary immigrants seems okay. These houses are full. That's good. Let's demolish you. Let's demolish you. And I want to kind of just like move this. Let's relocate you to here. What if we relocate this to here? Demolish that road. And then we build a mansion. A red one there. Do a yellow one here. And then we can do parks through here. That's what I'm kind of thinking would look nice. That looks fine. Let's demolish up all of these parks.
What does he mean by that?
Which country house do you guys live in? That one? Upper class. There ain't no way we have a single filthy rich. Yeah, there's no jobs we even have access to right now that give a filthy rich wage, so not gonna happen. More rich, a bunch of rich, man. We have like a lot of rich people living in these mansions. That's really cool. Already gonna start raking in a bunch of wealth. Water supply. That's pretty good. We're covering everything. Show water supplying buildings and buildings affected by clean water. Curious. Either way, let's continue looking around amongst these. They're all full. That's pretty cool. It'd be really cool if like people actively tried to go live in mansions. That would be really cool. I don't know if that's the case. The way that I've always kind of noticed it was that it wasn't. Whoa, these people are poor and they live in a country house. Interesting. Interesting. But either way, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, where do I want more mansions? And is it going to be a viable decision to build more? So yellow, blue. Let's do a blue one here. Kind of what I'm thinking is that. And then we'll slowly build them like one at a time. Just kind of want to get that area beefed up a bit. Some more rich people here. Yup. They're all rich. Almost all of them are rich. But what if we demolish you? Demolish. And then we make a mansion here instead. A blue one. Are we ever gonna get rum in? Genuine export. Supply local market.
More, Governor.
We'll build
more.
export trade route with the crown. All we gotta do is export something then. We can grab planks. I like a pretty small deal. It's alright. A small volume. Residential occupancy. Okay, so now we're hitting a point where we don't want to build any more mansions because, you know, this one here is already empty. Lower the budget, and we'll just leave this for now. That area is looking pretty good. Let's quick build this because I'm kind of impatient. Okay. So yeah, things are, you know, like they're alright. Not too bad.
The people?
Build another new tavern. If you say so. What if we do the festival grounds? I mean, let's unlock it and let's, like, look at it in the very least. What if we build it here? Where would we want the festival to be held? What about here? And then we can do something like that. Let's quick build it. See what it does. Max out the budget. Only $9. That's whatever. So we need fireworks in. Can we produce fireworks? There ain't no way. We had access to this firework building this entire time. Logs and coconuts. Should have done this a long time ago. Build another new expensive building. We could do it literally right here. We're gonna need to demolish
Well, you
you.
did the right.
Extend our mandate again. I can move you to here. Let's hope that works out. And then we can do this building here. Firework factory, and the hope is that we can get a rich wage from this building. Hopefully. Yeah, we can. Cool. Coconut log, coconut corn. Big coal, no smoking signs. That's fine, you know, logs and coconut. Coconut and corn. I mean, nah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine with logs. Perhaps. We'll have to check after a little while what we think about that. But Festival of Hard Work, let's go and have a look-sees. Increases efficiency of the following buildings by 200%. Rum distillery, tannery, lumber mill, mine. Okay. Increase the efficiency of the following buildings by 200%. Plantation, ranch, manure spreader. Appreciation. Increase our mandate time by 12. Independence. Festival visitors have a 25% chance of shifting their political views towards the revolutionary faction. Does not affect diehard orientations. After the festival ends, your standing with the crown will decrease by 15%. September Fest. Increased chances or chance of conception for visiting female married agents by 25%. Increase efficiency of the following buildings: Tavern, Restaurant, El Presidente Club. Interesting. I think probably the Festival of Hard Work, honestly. That one seems like the best. Tannery, lumber mill, and then a mine. Yeah, like why wouldn't we do that? Oops, dropped a water bottle. Fairy lights increase area effect by 25%. Holds festivals for the area of influence. Improve various needs depending on the festival. Visitors have no wealth requirement. Provides different bonuses and other effects in the area of influence depending on the selected festival. In addition, so provides different bonuses and other effects in the area of influence depending on the selected festival. So this isn't going to work is what you're telling me? What you're telling me is that we need to move this to here. That's what you're saying. What if we... Oh, hey. Can we do it? Oh, no. We need to continue waiting. What if we move everything around a bit? It's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's do it, just because it'll be really, really cool to get all of this set up now. Let's consider where exactly we want this to be. I want it right here in front of the palace. What if we do it right here? No. We could do it here. Yes. Could do it, no, yeah, we could do it here. Which means that we're gonna need to do a lot of moving. A whole lot of moving. So let's destroy all the roads. This entire area. And then let's go ahead and demolish up literally all of this housing. All this malarkey. So we're going to do a whole lot of changing. And the reason that we want to do this is because this building requires that the buildings that we're going to influence need to be near it, which is the issue. Let's just demolish this for now. We have, you know, a lot of money, making a lot of money. Can we send our goods off yet? No. Another 2 years, jeez. But build trade route with the crown. We could do literally anything. Could do banana. Well, we could import bananas. Yeah, let's just import some bananas. That seems fine. Okay, so now we can move this.
It seems we have a bad case of the shakes.
Ah, what?
Earthquakes, in fact.
We lost a lot of support there because a lot of people just lost their jobs. Because we have a lot of miners. So that's not great. We're going to have to wait for that to go away. Until then, we're just going to have a lot of homeless people, I guess. That's okay. So right here. There. That's how I want this to be. Festival of Hard Work. Rum Distillery. Tannery. Lumber Mill Mine. Ooh, man, it would be better to have done this up by mine. I mean, it's too late. I'm already committed. Build a new chapel. We can do that. Let's grab this rum distillery from up here as well. And let's put it here. I like that. I want to move these Teamsters offices elsewhere. Let's do a bit of that. Same thing with this grocery. Let's kind of do the same thing that we just did there. By demolishing up an entire little corner. Then we can relocate you to here. Cool. A construction office. Honestly, we can move this into where the high school is going to go, and we can put the high school somewhere. We can do it literally right here.
What a voyage.
Just because, yeah, we'll be able to fit it right here. We're just going to move, we're going to, like the entire plan, I'm not sure if I'm explaining this properly at all, but what I want to do is I want to start moving a lot of the buildings that generate a lot of money, like a high wage. Right here we can see the palace, 21 wage. What if we condense like a lot of the rich people in this area and build a bunch of mansions around it specifically? I think that'll be a pretty good move.
I'm glad to be...
More mandate time. Fireworks factory. Cool. And then we can move these theaters away as well. I just need to kind of consider exactly how all of this is gonna sort of function. We're definitely running out of time for this episode, so I want to get this done ASAP. Let's just do, you know, real something real simple. Let's do that. In terms of the mansions, we can honestly destroy all of them right now, I think. This will free up like a lot of the space that I'm kind of needing. All the relocations and stuff. There we go, demolish you as well. And then we can move the snake oil salesman So this 3 by, what is that, 3 by 4 is going to be for the high school. Maybe we do it on this side. We could do it right here. Because, you know, they're going to get paid a rich wage, so that's a-okay. We can move this here. I don't think that's a bad idea. Let's do that. Demolish these houses here. Let's put specifically some some newspapers kind of around like this. I don't hate that. The theater, we need to move this out of the way, so let's demolish up this entire spot. Advanced boat services levels up, that's cool. Let's move that all over there. Things are looking kind of rough, but it'll get better once everything's kind of in place. Can you say there are a lot of rich people living around here now. Okay. Sometimes instead of parks, I'll build like just, you know, like a useless little road, but I think it looks pretty cool. I think that looks neater, and we have a little bit of space here. We could probably just do like a normal little park. 2x3 parks, something like that here. 2x3 square, perhaps? What if we do one on each side? I think that looks kind of cool. What do we want here? Something that generates a lot of money. Let's move the library over here. Okay, things are looking pretty good. I want to kind of do like another snake oil salesman if we can afford the space, but I don't think we can. And we're kind of running out of space for more buildings. Let's quick build this for now and just see the wage. 19, not quite enough. We can have it sort of hanging out like on the periphery over here, but the wage isn't really high enough for me to... Nah, let's just demolish it for now. Wasted a bit of money on it, but that's okay. What about a toy workshop? I didn't even notice this building until literally just now. Let's demolish you. And then we can put the toy workshop like this. Road going from here to there. Quick build. The rest of everything else is going to be parks, I think. What's the wage? Oh, only 15. That sucks, man. I mean, we can leave it, but that does suck. Logs in, toys out. That's okay. Then I think we'll switch this over to coconut and corn. Any other jobs that give a really good wage? And what I mean by really good is something over... Something over, what's it called? We need over $20 a month, right? So this is 25. This is 36. These are 22. These are 46. Ooh, these snake oil salesmen are really, really good. The palace is giving 22. So we're going to have a lot of rich people condensed into this area. And you know what I'm thinking? What if we just do more rum distilleries? We can always find room for the high schools later on. Let's demolish you on up. Let's demolish this toy workshop as well. Replace it with another rum distillery. Well, we're going to fit in as many as we possibly can here. You know, we can even do this. We can do one literally right here. And then another one literally right here. Road to there. Road up to here. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. There goes this building, which means we can demolish this. That means we can fit in yet another rum distillery, and I think that's going to be the extent of what I want to build here. Can surround this with a bit of parks, like that one there. And then, you know what go good here is this. And then here we can do another snake oil salesman. Put a nice little 1x1 park here. 2x1 park out front. Cool, look at that. Just so many condensed, very expensive buildings. Very, very good. Oh, we have 10,000 rum in. That's really, really good. So now we need to guarantee that we're definitely producing enough sugar. So, this one we have on sugar. Cool. Put that on mono. We're going to need, definitely then, to set up all of our plantations for sugar. Every single thing. Sugar, sugar, sugar. So these are all up here for sugar. Good. Should make this one good on sugar. It is right now. This also means that we're going to need manure spreader. Oh, this one's being influenced? No, it's not. Let's zoom on in. Let's build you here. Max it out, change it to concentrated spray. It still reaches, good. And then we're going to want to build up a bunch of ranches on cattle ranches. That's kind of what I was thinking we could do. One here. We can rotate this to be like that. And then we can do another ranch on cattle ranch. No. I need to move this. Just move it across the street. We can do another ranch here. Looking good. Reason being, max these out. Pasture prohibition. Manure fertilizer. It'd be good to get that buff here, but I don't think we're going to be able to. And then for this, we need to do edicts, make sure urban development's turned on. I should have turned this on a long time ago. I probably forgot to, but you know, it's alright. Here, 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 here. Cool. And then let's go and make sure water's alright. It's been a while since we built up new houses, but looks like we're doing okay. Let's go ahead and do one here, one there. And these are going to be for that special watering the fields work mode. Watering the fields. Watering the fields. That looks pretty good to me. Let's build another new neighborhood up here. Just keep it real simple, do that. Put some 2x2s in between. 2x2 square. Like that with 2x1s surrounding it. Is kind of what I'm thinking. Kind of like the way that looks. Kind of like it's going in a certain direction. Now then, we've done all of this, right? And so what I want to do, let's actually move this chapel out of the way. Maybe here. Let's demolish these. Let's move the chapel way over yonder. And let's demolish these on up. Cleansing water. Let's demolish that. Okay, so now we can do entire mansions in these areas here. So one there, one there. Let's do a yellow or a red and then a yellow. And those should be totally fine. And then we can do the exact same thing along this area here. Bam, bam. Oh, way wrong. Cool. So now that's the hope. Let's max all these budgets out. Thunder Steel upgrades, 15,000, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Max out the budgets there. Miraculous tinctures. Cool. So that should be pretty good. That's the hope. Getting pretty close to that. And so it's going to be a bunch of, you know, very, very rich, expensive buildings right here in front of the palace. The Festival of Hard Work should increase the efficiency of these. Let's do that now.
These proud, hard-working men and women are living the dream. The Tropican dream. They sacrifice their bodies proudly so that Tropico can thrive and grow. Heroes!
Cool. And look at that, we can see which buildings that are getting this bonus. And let's also turn on Employee of the Month, because that's going to make the people work double shifts, you know, while they're turning all this stuff. Look at that, 335 efficiency. And so what I'm curious about is, yeah, see, the mines should have these balloons too, but they're not within the range of the festival. So we're doing this perfectly. Look at that, 300%. That's insane, man. So I'm not sure how long it lasts, but
Can I help you?
it's pretty cool. Proceeds. Cool. But yeah, that's pretty insane, man. Wow, look at this too. Yeah, that's really, really quite cool. I think this is actually like a perfect little time to end our episode. This is really nice, you know, like we've set up some really, really cool stuff. Decrease the budgets on all of these, and you know, these guys are going to be generating us lots and lots of money. All the rich people are working in this very condensed like zone here, right? And they want to live closer to where they're working, right? And so because the mansions are literally the closest choice, that's kind of what I've been doing over the past, you know, 20-30 minutes, is trying to set this all up. Maybe it wasn't that long, but the point is the closest houses to all of these very expensive buildings are going to be the mansions. And so that's why we're going forward with this little method here. And so we try to fit, you know, as many very expensive buildings as is reasonable. And this is what we ended up with. Yep, all of them are still getting filled in. Let's just quick build these just to see the final product right now. See how well it works out. So we should be able to residential occupancy. Yeah, like most of them are pretty full, you know, could use like a little bit more, but we're looking pretty a-okay here. So yeah, that's really, really quite neat. Either way, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to follow along with the rest of this Tropico 6 series, then be sure to subscribe. Peace.